Hey, thank you for being here. I hope this recording finds you well. I'm here to talk about the energy that we've come across with the eclipse recently and how it has rocked people's mental faculties hard. I know in my personal life, I have a friend who's a possible overdose recently, and family member with mental trauma trying to seek out any avenue, including things that are just of the deepest, darkest hole, that he could find to explore. It's just all spectrums at every end. And if you're a person who's been able to hold your light, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing that for yourself, first and foremost, but also for the collective as a whole, because we really need to hold that line right now. And I know we all get tired because we've been these beacons and we're trying to put ourselves back together. And in the meantime, we can still feel all of the energy that's around us, of all of the other people also desperately trying to put themselves together, and many of them seeing no way to do this and falling harder and harder on their knees to these vices and these crutches that they've been holding and allowing to prop themselves up. But the thing with the energy of the planets right now is that that's all getting kicked out from under them. And that's why we're seeing these breaks. Just a lot of breaks in people's mental faculties. And you can see it large scale, and I'm sure that you've been able to see it up close in your personal experiences. And it's hard to go through. You're not alone. And if you've gotten this far and you're hearing this and you know that you're having a hard time and you're kind of losing your grip, definitely reach out. There's a hotline for you. I promise you that. If you need the help, get it. Ask for it. Seek it out so that you can find it within yourself to be so curious about the version of you that you could be. Like, what is the high, if you sat there and thought, what is the possible highest version of myself, that what would that look like? When you can get to a place where you consistently remind yourself that what would that look like, and then take that next step towards being that person. It'll be an amazing journey. Still tough, not gonna lie. Still tough. Especially because when you get to a point where you can start to see your own progress and you see it within yourself, and you don't have to rely on comments from other people or wishing that other people would prop you up. And when you want to see that and you're not seeing it, getting beat down by it. Because you know within yourself at that point that you're what matters and you've got what it takes. As long as you're willing to show up, you'll see results. But you have to show up. It's no longer enough to blame our circumstance for our current condition. If you notice it, you can fix it. And if you lack the resources, seek them. Because that highest version of yourself is waiting for you. It already exists. If you stay a victim now, you'll be swallowed by everything that you have been fighting so hard against as a being of light. The light within you that has been trying to expand will be extinguished in one way or another. You can either repeat this cycle over again because you didn't want to show up, or you can say, these are the things that I'm going to do for me that makes sense for me in order to get what I want out of this life. And if you have the capacity to be there for someone who is also going through something similar, that's great, even better. But realize that if you don't have that right now, that's okay too. That just means that maybe you need to sit with yourself more than you need to sit with another person right now. And as long as you have created a safe space in your own presence to be able to do that, then you're on the right track. You can get there. Hold your light. When you feel defeated, give yourself the room to have the feelings. But set something for yourself, a goal that I'm going to let myself feel these things for today. And in the morning, I'm going to change my circumstance via this method. Pick whatever it is for you, because it will be different. And not everyone's formula is the same. And I think we've all been trying to follow formulas that have been handed to us. But that's not what this life is about anymore. And now we know that, we see that. It's becoming more and more evident that when we try to put people in boxes, they go crazy. And they're going crazy because their soul is fighting hard for them to be the best version of themselves that they can possibly be. And that's what I hope for you. And that's what I hope for your future and your family and the people that you care about. Hold your light, nourish it, allow it to space to grow. Be who you're meant to be, not who you would be by circumstance. I wish you well.